All right, hey everyone. Today we're gonna be talking about hip hop and rap, '90s and 2000s. We'll be talking about why did Tupac and Biggie and all that easy why they lived too early and let if they could continue their music. So let's get it. Let's present yourself and who you are.
All right, I'll start first. The
All
Nate
right.
Show. You guys probably have heard me. Adrian, he's allowed me on the channel. Thank you, Adrian, for bringing me on. And yeah,
No
let's
problem.
start talking. Let's go.
All right, let's wait for my cousin.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys bringing me on Zion Zenith. Thank you, Adrian. Again, you can look me up on YouTube. I cover everything from Giants, sometimes video games. But I'm kind of in the mood. But most likely football season's back, so let's get it. But I'm here tonight talk about some hip hop. Let's get it.
Present yourself, Carlos.
What's up, man? My name is Tunes, man. Carlos, man. I'm happy to be on this, man, with y'all guys. My primo, Adrian. What's up? Let's get it, man. 80s, 90s hip hop. Let's wrap this up. Let's talk
All
about it.
right, let's talk about it. So, who is your favorite hip hop and rap artist all time?
I'll let you go, Nate.
Ah, damn. Um, all time. If I'm gonna pick my favorite, I'm probably gonna say Jay Z, just in my opinion. But I would say Jay Z and Biggie. Those are my one and two. You can flip. I flip flop them sometimes, but yeah, it's Jay Z and Biggie are my two.
I like it. Yeah, it's hard to narrow it down to just one. Been a fan of the generations for a while, just the movement, true rap. Um, if I have to take it back to like the '90s, if you all know, I was born in 1993, and in the early 2000s is when I found Tupac at a young age, and I just loved his music ever since. Growing up on the islands of Hawaii, Oahu to be exact, um, we had a range of we didn't really have any major artists representing in hip hop, and we kind of still don't, but you know just having pulled like artists, when you grow up in the area and you have artists from that area and you kind of feel like you have to ride for that area. In a sense of the islands, we didn't really have anybody major. So I was listening to a range of music from the South, all the way up to, New York with Jay-Z them, all the way down to California with Tupac, and the range of music that was coming up at the time. But Tupac just how big he blew up after the death of IP. One of the greatest to ever do it. But after the death of him, he kind of blew up to make me find him at a young age and make me look into documentaries and research him. So probably him and obviously a group called NWA. Like, who can't forget about like Dr. Dre, MC Ran, DJ Yella, and then the songwriter in himself and Curtis Jackson, Ice Cube, and then the gangster and another one that we lost in Easy. So growing up will probably be, you know, NWA and Tupac. And I was that one of those kids that, I respected Biggie. I thought Biggie was the better rhymer, but I just felt that Tupac was the better poet and I like Tupac's music better.
So, what about you, Carlos?
Honestly, I'm picking a good artist. I would say Tupac, man. I mean, that guy was like a father figure to me growing up. I grew up in the '90s where the shit was hot. I mean, it was like Grand Theft Auto where I was at. You know what I mean? I mean, there was a lot of shit going on growing up. I had to take the good with the bad, and what made the bad good, it was just listening to his music, making me realize that even though things are so bad, you know, there's always a positive side to everything. I mean, the way he spoke, I mean, he spoke nothing but truth, and you could relate to his music in
Yeah.
so many aspects. I mean, you could listen to certain songs and no joke, I mean, you'll start crying at certain music. Like when he made Dear Mama, that made me really think about a lot. Made me
Okay.
think about a lot of how you could appreciate your mother for everything she does for you and whatnot. Even the homies, you got close homies and you got other homies that ain't so close, but he made you realize that who are your closest homies, who are your closest family, who's your closest anything in particular at that moment. I mean, it's just the way he, and then in his voice, it was kind of like he reminded me kind of like of of a Malcolm X or like a like a preacher. Like he had so much feeling in his voice when he would go high and he would go low. Like like you could feel the expression of the way he was rhyming, and that was like way ahead of the time to me. Like the way he was way ahead of his time. Like it was just crazy. But my all time would be him. I mean, Pac. I mean, and then of course you got the other greats, that started the foundation like NWA, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was a beat maker, hell of a beat maker. I mean, that guy could make a beat out of nothing and make it sound like a 10. You know, Easy E. But like I said, but my all time great would be Pac. Because if it wasn't for Pac, man, I wouldn't even know where I would be at during those times in the '90s. Because like I said, when I was growing up in the '90s, it was crazy. It was like literally Grand Theft Auto when I was growing up. So yeah, man, Pac, Pac for real.
I think mine's gonna go for Easy E. He was a good rapper too. This guy was like a king anywhere. But I remember me and my buddies, we used to listen to Easy like every single day at home. We used to like jam in his car. Like, what was it called? The Boys in the Hood. It's like the popular song from Easy. And it's like you're just jamming everywhere, you cruising everywhere. But at the same time, I said, man, that shit was a dip. But when I found out what happened to Easy, I asked my friends like, what happened to Easy? Oh, he passed away a long time ago. He died in 95, 96 or something. So I was like, oh man, he died too young. But yeah, he was one of my favorite rappers. So I'll give him a credit, but he was really good.
Absolutely.
For real, man.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Mm-hmm. So would you think Easy E, Tupac, and Biggie will make music together? For Simple. I don't know. Would they make a record?
Well, I just think that like with the a lot of these rappers that we lost young, not only
Mm-hmm.
them three, but yeah, a lot of rappers, even this day and age, we lost a lot of greats.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about it, like Dez Talks, yes, I think they would have probably because they made music before. And if you think about it, it was it was really the record label that really got into the middle and kind of changed the game with this whole East versus West kind of thing, right? If you think of what the plans was in New York with the collection, with Biggie coming together with Jay-Z and a lot of other artists and calling them the collection, and it was going to be an established hip hop group. Like imagine if that happened. And then of course with the West Coast popping off, Tupac had plans to do a lot of work with a lot of different artists that he probably didn't get the chance to, and I just think that what we get legit as people that can can produce something and mix those audio vocals over beats and come up with something, and though there is songs where you can hear Biggie's, Pac's, and Easy on the same track with someone just mixing it up and DJing it together. But yeah, I would think they probably would have, because eventually the beef was about to get scratched before the passing of Tupac. And you know if it did get scratched, you know what I'm saying, it could have been different times in hip hop, but things happen for a reason. And look at the game that came after them. Like, so much people was inspired of Tupac and inspired of Biggie, like so much rappers that is now CEOs and is now record labels running the game was inspired by those rappers we're mentioning right now. And now they have their catalog of artists, and their artists have their catalog of artists, and times continue. And it's just beautiful, obviously, that you know it's beautiful that their legacy will live on and they will go down as one of the greats. You can't mention the greats without mentioning them, and that's what they meant to the game, and that's the kind of impact they had.
Yeah, for real, man.
So what about you, Carlos?
Man, honestly, if I think about that, like when Pac died, it was just like for me. I mean, I remember I was in Danuba. I was chilling and we were drinking 40s of Cobra or whatnot, chilling. I think I was drinking gin and juice too. Also, it was crazy. We were just chilling, and I remember on the news, my brother's mother-in-law goes, "Hey, everybody come inside," and I went, and that's when they announced it that he was dead, and I was like, "Nah, he's gonna snap out of it like the first time, you know, 'cause like the first time he got shot, he survived, he came out of it." But this time it was like there was no coming out of it. And I remember, you know, that night I just went AWOL, like shit hit the fan. It was just crazy. Like I felt like I lost my best friend. Like it was just, you know, it's just like, you know, when you listen to somebody who speaks truth and does so well doing it, it kind of answers the questions that you have in your head. Like he answers them for you. You know, that goes for any artist. You know, we listen to lots of artists and there might be questions in our head that we want answered, and sometimes we might get the answers from artists, you know, because they've been through it before us. But I mean, honestly, like if all them rappers would have survived and made it, it would have been like one epic album. I mean, epic compilation album, hands down. I mean, shit, you would have had East West, possibly newcomers coming up. It would have been crazy because I remember when these rappers were passing away, they were trying to duplicate them, and it was just like they sounded like them, but it wasn't just quite right. You know, there was a lot of, you know, like
Cannot
like
greatness.
yeah, like Be Realist. Be Realist
Yeah.
came out and he sounded exactly like Pac, and I was like, I thought it was Pac. And then there
Yeah.
was some other cat. You know what I mean? I thought it was Pac. I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck? Like did this, you know what I mean? I was thinking, did this nigga survive or
It's
what's the
easy.
deal? Like, but
It's
it
easy
wasn't.
to copy the cadence, but you can't copy the style.
Yeah, and then he tried to even
Yeah.
like rap like him. You know, he tried to like the only bad thing about it is he tried to like rap a same storyline like him, and I was like, nah. Like, you know, that's when I knew something's not quite right here, you know. And
Yeah.
they try to bring Death Row back strong, but after Snoop left and everything else, he went to No Limit Records and everything else like that. It was just a done deal. It was just a done
Yeah.
deal from there.
I
But you
forgot.
know,
I forgot Snoop Dogg. Yeah, he signed with Master P.
yeah, he went once he
That's
went to
right.
Master P.
Yeah.
That was it, man. It was like once Pac was already. See, the thing was, I mean, I was hearing rumors during around that time on fucking Word Up magazine and all that other shit. What was it? XXL magazine. They were
XXL, the
talking about.
source.
They were
Yeah.
talking about. They were talking about. Yeah, the source. They were talking about shit like Pac's already going to leave Death Row. He was going to start his own label. You know, Fallen Angel Records. You know, he had his own medallion. He was flashing it. He was getting his. He was already getting his chips on already. And you know, obviously that probably made a lot of people pissed off because if Pac left, you know, most likely Snoop's going to leave and all the other good artists, and Death Row is not going to be Death Row no more. I mean, once Dre left, that was like a chip in the
Yeah.
armor.
Once
You know
Dre
what I'm
started
saying?
Aftermath, it was just kind of,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly what you just
yeah.
said.
So that was like a chip in the armor right there. And then once Pac was leaving, that was it. It was like, oh shit, you know, Suge Knight or whoever was running the show thought, hey, we're gonna lose millions and millions of dollars. You know, then everything else fell like that. You know what I mean? But it's only speculation. We don't know. But I mean, when there's
Wouldn't you
money
want to be
involved,
a
shit,
fly on the
anything.
wall in those meetings, though? Because they
Yeah,
have the
hell yeah.
reputation, right? Ruthless, not Ruthless. I'm sorry, that's Easy's. But it's a sad thing what happened to Ruthless Records. But let's get back into Death Row. Like Death Row, like they have the reputation of just this boot camp kind of dictatorship, almost kind of a general in charge kind of mentality feel. But it's all speculation, right? Wouldn't you want to be a fly in those meetings?
I mean, you know what? I honestly, it's like that. It's like when they did that picture. I'll never forget when they first put that picture of all of
That
them.
Godfather kind of feeling picture,
Yeah,
huh?
like they were all dressed in black, and
Yeah.
then Suge Knight was at the top. Like I don't know. To me, that shit was epic. During that time, I was like, yeah,
It
Death Row's
was,
fucking
yeah.
number one. You know, at that
Absolutely
time
were.
growing up, I was like, Death Row's number one. Like these motherfuckers, they got it going on. Like this is it. Like this is what hip hop and rap gangster music's all about. This is what it is. It's right here. You know what I mean? It's right here. It's in our faces. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's just like when everything else started coming down the line, it was just like, wow, what's going on, man? Like, but I mean, shit. Once once
Mhm.
once Dre left, I was like, wow, okay, Death Row was still going because Pac was there, Pac and Snoop. But I believe Pac was like the backbone of Death Row. Honestly, I think he was the one holding it down because when he came out, he was just like, whoa. it was like, oh shit, this is where we're at right now. I mean, he was coming out with some shit that was just legendary. The rhymes he was rapping and the way he would rapping, and then he would change up if you realize, he would change up his flow. He would go fast, he would go slow. Then he started doing that kind of those kind of rhymes, like what was that, DJ Screw, with his voice real deep. He was doing a little bit of that. Like, he was tinkering with a lot of shit, and he was ahead of his time. So I believe once Pac was already deciding, you know what, it's time for me to leave, I believe there was a lot of shit happening in the backgrounds, and people weren't liking it because they knew there was going to be a lot of money lost. You know, of course. And then Snoop left. He went with No Limit. So it was just like, damn. Shit was just, Death Row was dying already. It was just, there was really nothing left at the end of the day. So, I mean, the question is, what was Suge thinking around that time? You know, we never know. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So we got our boy Jaden Logan. I want to see who's your favorite artist and what do you like about them. Maybe you guys answer. No. Waiting for Logan, Jaden, but I don't know they're answering. Well, they don't answer. I'll go ahead, Jaden.
My favorite artist, like you talking about right now, of all time?
All time, like the 90s and then.
All time. For all time, I got 3 rappers all time. I got Lil Wayne, JC, and I got Nas.
How about you, Logan?
You know me, man. I'm gonna go with DMX.
So, what do you think about DMX when he passed away? What do you think about? How was your reaction?
I was sad, bro. I was shocked. I didn't want it to. None of us really expected it, but hey, man. Let's just. I remember him for the good things. His music was amazing. I loved his aggressiveness. I loved his tenacity in his music, and he's my favorite artist, man. Always has been.
So, how about you, Carlos? Are you a fan of DMX too?
Shit, honestly, I remember. I'll never forget. My brother brought me a tape one time. He's like, "Yo, check this shit out." I was like, "Who's this?" Like, it's a cat from New York. You know, and I was kind of feeling sad because I was during the time Pac was already, gone. It was like, who do I run to now? You know what I mean? It was like, who do I listen to now? DMX came on the scene. It was just like, whoa. It was like, it's like a whole nother. It was like a book it was like I flipped the page in the book, and it's like, because when he came out with his album and then he put on his album, it was like it was meant to be because he put, and then there was X. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
If you take a good look at it, if you really if you really read between the lines, right after Pac left and DMX showed up, bam, and then he put, and then there was X, and I was like, whoa. And he had the same kind of like storyline, same kind of flow in a way, but he had that gruntiness, that fucking and I was like, whoa, that shit even made it more deeper. So I was like, yo, right on. Then I started buying DMX's shit like crazy, and that cat was just coming off crazy. I mean, DMX was just like
2 platinum albums in the same year.
Yeah, and then when he made some music with Swiss Beats was behind the scenes making the beats. That shit was just dope as fuck. Like 100.
He started doing all those movies. He got into the Hollywood lifestyle, created to the great.
Same thing, man. It was just great. Another great cat. You know what I mean?
So, Jaden, why do you like Lil Wayne? Jaden?
For me, I like Lil Wayne because of his rap. Because back then he used to give you like mad bars, like you wouldn't catch it right away. You have to go back and listen to the line. Then with the line hit, you'll just vibe to it. Because he was with Cash Money Records for years. Because him and Birdman used to be a really good duo. So Birdman started doing some other stuff. But when he was with that group, I always felt like he shined out of that entire group, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, he was the one making that good money.
Yeah, because when he went solo, he was doing.
If it wasn't for Rain, there would be no Cash Money.
Yeah, because when he did like Dedication, like 5 different albums for Dedication, he was going crazy.
His Dedication mixtapes.
You know, like one thing. What makes me look when I look at Lil Wayne? The one thing that made Lil Wayne made him so damn great, I would say his punchlines. If you think about it, every time if you listen to his lyrics, he'll just come out with some crazy punchlines in his lyrics, and it's just like, damn, I can't believe this nigga just said that. Like, and sometimes it'll be goofy, wacky, sometimes it'll be real as fuck, but when I see Lil Wayne, I see his punchlines and his music. Because if you realize, if you listen to his music, he'll start rapping up to a point, and then he'll like put it all together with a punchline, like bam. He'll do da 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 bam, da 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 bam, and it's just fucking wicked. Lil Wayne's just crazy like that, especially when he came out with the Vans and all that other shit going on, the skater boy look.
So
That
then
shit
his
was
truck
dope.
fit. One thing I always
Yeah.
respected about Lil Wayne too was his work ethic. He's one of the most hardest working rappers in the game. He doesn't write shit. That's the one thing good about him too. I know we're all hip hop heads here, and I know we all seen footage of Lil Wayne just chilling and then coming vibing, getting on the mic and doing this thing. And then what we don't see is when he goes into the studio. I remember one time watching an interview and a reporter's all like, "So how much songs do you like have in your catalog? 40?" And he looked at her and he laughed. He's like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, do you have like 40 songs, unreleased songs in your catalog?" And he's like, "I record like 50 songs every time I go into the studio." He's like, "I'm recording 50 songs a night." And she looks at him. She's like, "Wait, what?" Confused. And he's all like, "I have thousands of songs in my catalog." And he says it like that, and he starts laughing. And the thing is, what we liked about Weezy is like, I think why he's one of another great, will go down as another GOAT. Like, can hold his own to any artist in the game, past or present. Is his ability, what you just said, to deliver a knockout punch in the middle of his lines. Like, all these artists, they jab you at their lines, and then it jabs the whole song, and maybe on the hook you got a nice little board. But Lil Wayne will knock you out, pick you back up, and knock you out again in the same line, and to flip it all, to tie it back all together. And then, like, one thing I respect about Wayne too is he's able to rhyme it with he's able to tell a story in some of his music with being as realistic as possible, and that's always been Eminem's downfall. Just telling a lot of people say Eminem, Lil Wayne, and a lot of people would take Lil Wayne. I'm sorry, a lot of people would take Eminem. I think Eminem has a great flow and his cadence is master level, but a lot of it is like it's I wouldn't call it fake, but I would call it rhymes just trying to see what rhymes with anything on the planet, and smashing a girl's head into a concrete, especially some of his younger stuff and stuff like that, just saying stuff that Eminem wouldn't really do. Whereas in Lil Wayne will have a whole song talking about how he has girls working for him, messing up these guys, still in the shit when they're asleep in the hotel room and bringing it back to him. And in his younger days, man, he probably did that kind of shit, Not calling Eminem fake. I don't want to go there, but hopefully you guys can understand what I'm trying to say with that. Like, Eminem's able to tell a story just based off of his mind, and there's only a few number of people that can actually do that. Another one is obviously Jay-Z, but a lot of the times artists needs the time to write, and there's very few that can just spit off the dome and deliver master class level lyrics.
Nice. So Nate, why you're a big fan of Jay-Z? How did you grow up with them?
Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z's, what Zion said about Wayne, the work ethic these guys do.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z has built his foundation by doing business deals, doing brand deals, his own late. Like, the dude he's a genius. Like, I think he's gonna be Jay-Z's he's one of the greatest businessmen I'll probably ever see.
Mm-hmm.
He's smart as hell. Like, I think that's the thing about Jay-Z too. He put his music under his business.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason, and I'm saying overall, I think there's definitely some guys that are talently Jay-Z's better. Lyrically, some guys are better than Jay-Z. But if you're gonna go off my opinion, I think Jay-Z is is my favorite rapper of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Swag, like the dude brings everything to the plate. So
I saw you have a DMX logo, Logan. What's your top favorite song from DMX songs? Now we can ask Nate or anyone. Who's your guys' favorite top 5 songs from DMX songs? Anyone?
okay. let me think about this one.
Mhm.
Top 5.
Yeah, like DMX.
I think for me, sorry to interrupt, Nate. It'll
Yeah,
probably
you
be
go.
it'll probably be like some of his major hits. Obviously, X gonna give it to you. Rough Riders Anthem, Party Up in Here. Um, you know, The Rain. I do like The Rain. That is a really good song. That's
Bring the
an
noise. Bring the noise.
and yeah, I'm gonna let Logan finish because he is the X fan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like my top 5 favorites. I'm gonna go X gonna give it to you. Where the Hood at? Rough Riders Anthem, Party Up, The Rain, Bring the Noise. There's so many, bro. I can't pick and choose.
Mhm.
Yo, what about that one jam he did with Drag On? No Love? Was it called No Love?
I think it might have been.
And when the cats got love for me, ain't no cats got love for me. That was that shit. That shit was dope. Yo, when Drag On came on that shit, that was dope. That was dope.
You could one of the most underrated songs. You could go X is Coming. I know Zion says it's a demon sacrifice song, but I like it.
No,
Is
I
that
like
the one he's
I like the way he did that. When he did that with the demon, with that other demon cat, huh? That other song, didn't he make like 3 parts? 3 parts to that song.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
All right, he made
All right.
he made 3 parts to a song where he's talking to a demon. He's like, "Hey, yo, D, what up, D?" Remember that shit? He made 3 parts of that song. There was like 3 parts to it.
He was like a 5, 6, get your crucifix, 1, 2.
Yeah. Remember when he talks to that demon? He does the demon voice like he's talking. Yeah, there was like 3 parts to it.
Mhm.
Adrian, you want me to give my favorite Lil Wayne songs?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
So obviously Lollipop, that's obviously one. Lollipop is one of his best hits.
I remember that.
It's just an honest fact. A Millie, obviously one. A Millie is one of his that song is still people still play it today. I think for some reason Mirror should get honestly some that wins with Bruno. I think the way people still that song is his older shit is better than his now shit. Mr. Carter obviously won. Let me go keep on going.
That's good.
I'll give you one more. I need to find it first.
You go. I asked Jaden.
What's the question?
Who's your favorite top 5 song from Lil Wayne? I'm looking at Jaden too.
That's why it's bounded down to just 5. But go
I
ahead.
I already said Lollipop. I said Mirror. I said A Millie. I'm not putting this in order, but I'm just listening.
What about you, Jaden?
I only got 3. I hate that song Lollipop in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't really like Lollipop either.
Numbers wise, that song. Numbers wise.
This is my opinion. It's A Millie. It's A Millie, Fireman, and Build the Beat. Those my personal.
What about you, Carlos?
Hold
If you don't,
up. Give me 1 second.
all right.
Would you guys do Mona Lisa with Kendrick?
Hold up. Okay. I would say Lollipop, 6 foot, 7 foot.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ, because I like a little way. I have them on my goddamn YouTube.
I was waiting for someone to mention 6 foot, 7 foot.
I would say Go DJ.
Okay.
Goddamn. I have a lot of his songs on my YouTube.
Drop the World. I forgot. Drop the World.
Drop the world, and then Amelie. I would say Amelie. Yeah, those would be my top songs right there.
Yeah, I'll probably go. Yeah, exactly. Like Drop the World, Amelie, She Will.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful song. I don't know if I can. I probably include Mr. Carter in that conversation.
I said Mr. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a masterpiece. It's mostly like a Birdman song, but I'll include Poppin' Bottles. I think Poppin' Bottles is a nice song. There's a lot of other ones that I'm forgetting. Mirror, obviously, what what Nate mentioned. I
I'll
do
be
like
real.
I
Mona
do like right above it with Drake and Hell Yeah, fucking White with Drake as well.
Yeah.
But there's so much songs to just narrow it down to a few is kind of hard because I know I'm forgetting like a lot. 6 foot, 7 foot, like homie mentioned as well. How to Love, you can't forget about How to Love and
Yeah.
President Carter. Like who does not
Oh,
like
yeah,
President
yes.
Carter?
I
There's so
finally,
much.
I finally thought of that song. You know, when Lil Wayne was featured with Drake with "Miss Me While I'm Gone," that song.
Mm.
Be hard to think of songs though.
No, he's got so many fucking
He has so
songs.
much.
Like,
You mean like
man,
Got Money with T-Pain? If you
Oh
got
my
money
god.
and you know it, like this guy has songs after song after song.
Oh,
You know.
didn't
I
he
like
make a
that.
jam? He made a jam. He made a jam currently. Oh my God, who was it
Pussy
with?
Money
Was it
V.
he was
Remember Pussy Money
with
V?
Young Thug? Was it with Young Thug?
Yeah, he made a
Where they
song with
was,
Young Thug.
Wait, have song about Wayne got mentioned? It Make It Rain, the remix with Fat Joe.
Oh yeah, if you start talking about like his songs in him, even John with Rick Ross off of the Carter 4. If you start talking about his
oh,
features, I mean
yo,
like he has
how
a
about that one
million,
jam with Rick Ross?
Which one? There's a lot. John,
When
I
the
got
one he talks
somebody.
about, they
I
say
got a
it'll
chopper
be a
in the
holiday.
car.
It'll be a holiday.
Yeah,
Fuck,
that's
who's that?
John. That's
John
John.
Lennon. John
Yeah,
Lennon. That jam
that's
was
the
fucking
song
dope.
John off of the Carter 4.
Yeah, that shit was
Somebody
dope.
mad. I got a chopper in the car.
Yeah.
Even the motto with Drake, even though that's a Drake song, I mean, like he's on it.
Yeah.
No Problem with Chance the Rapper.
Wait,
Like,
no,
so
it's not
much.
his song, but I like his feature with Chris Brown and Busta Rhymes. Look
Yeah,
at me.
dude, that was shit.
Mhm. And that's a guy like that's like right up there, like we just mentioned about like Jay-Z, and greats like that, like generational, man, still in the game. And there wouldn't be like, think about all the artists that came from Wayne. There wouldn't be a Nicki Minaj. There wouldn't be a Drake. Like he passed the torch to Drake, and whether we like it or not, Drake been running the game for the past 10 years. So there's Tiger. There's a lot of other artists that is not as big that we listen to their music, And you look at the whole Last King lineup and the whole OVO lineup and then the whole Pink Boy lineup or whatever her record label is called. Like you look at all their artists and what they're gonna accomplish, and that's crazy, man. Definitely build the catalog of artists and a collection of music that will forever, be remembered. When Jay-Z RIP to Prince, when Prince died, Jay-Z offered, I believe, $40 million for his collection, and obviously the estate turned it down. But nothing against Prince, because obviously $40 million is nothing. You need to offer more for a Prince's catalog of music. But we are talking about artists that when they're all done and gone, who knows in the near future. In the distant future, people might be price tagging their collection at $1 billion. Long
Yeah,
after
for
they're
real.
gone. Let's get it. One thing before you go, Adrian, I do want to mention, like, since we're talking about hip hop and we're talking about 90s and early 2000s, I do want to mention some artists that like doesn't really get the recognition because they chose not to sign to a record label and they chose to do it themselves. We got to give some shout outs to some underground cats like Tech Nine that's been doing it for generations. We got to give some shout outs to Immortal Technique, Jedi Mind Tricks, just the whole underground stage, amazing on what those guys do. Vinny Paz and the boys, like Jedi Mind Tricks is like one of the most lyrical groups out there that can stand toe to toe with your Wu-Tang Clans and your Bone Thugs and Harmony and all those groups, but they don't get as much reputation because they never chose to sign, right? But Jedi Mind Tricks could fuck up any artist on the mic. Those guys kill it. And there's a bunch of independent artists that I'm not mentioning, but especially with artists like Tech N9ne that basically, controlled his rights for his music his whole career and never signed and was able to blow up and become mainstream. Like obviously Macklemore, obviously got the bag when he blew up, but Tech N9ne been doing it like way longer. And a lot of artists now is trying to take them an independent route, but you have artists like Tech N9ne that's been doing it since day one, since the 90s and stuff like that. So that's beautiful as well.
Like Tech N9ne, he came out with that jam with with QD3 Questions. Now that jam right there is what put it on the scene when he came out with that jam Questions.
Mm-hmm.
That was on that that was on a soundtrack. I forgot what movie it was. Jesus Christ, but it was called Questions. But Tech N9ne put down the verse on that, just spectacular. Just crazy shit.
Yeah, like to be honest, I kind of forgot about that song, but like goes to say that he has such a catalog of music that like even when like I grew up listening to like Carabulu. Remember that song, Carabulu?
Yeah, Carabulu. I remember that.
Like that, and then just to dude, like he's doing not to put you boys on blast, but we got some hosts that been like he's been making music longer than been alive, and we've been blasting to his shit back then, and he's still dropping hits till this day with some major artists in the game till this day, and we're jamming to him now, and he always remain on my top 5 list of all time, because Tech-N9ne, or however you want to pronounce it, Tech-N9ne, he's a monster, man. He is a monster.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, when I first heard Questions, I'll never forget we were playing pool in my goddamn garage, and I put that shit on because it was part of a soundtrack where Pac's music was at.
Mm-hmm.
And if you realize in the beginning of that song, I think it was Tupac. When Tupac was laughing, he was like, haha. He was like, yo, QD3DB. He's like, haha. And he's like, all day, every day. And it started. That's when Tech-N9ne came in. But when Tech-N9ne started rapping, it just made you think, like, what the fuck? Like, you would sit there and think, like, damn, what's this cat rapping about? But it was crazy. The way he rapped those verses out on that track was just insane. When he said he was going to put a Sorenza, but what did he say? He's like, I'm going to put a Sorenza on my thigh bonsai. I was like, damn. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, I'm going to take 2 more shots for this nigga. Bam, bam.
Max, another guy that you just remind me of when you said that line was Brother Lynch. Like Brother Lynch was another.
Don't get me started on Brother Lynch. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother ball game. It was like when people would listen to Brother Lynch, it was like people would look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this cat is like some kind of cannibal or something. It's like, nah, it's just, yeah, it was just like, like one jam when he was like, guess what daddy's bringing home for supper? Nigga, nothing but slabs of human meat, motherfucker.
Yeah, like his son's hungry, they got nothing to eat, so he has to go kill someone to feed his son. Like, it's some crazy stuff. His mind was demented, but his lyrics was
no. Yeah, it was just, that was a whole nother ballgame. It was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And then my favorite jam from him was like, I refuse to lose.
I refuse to lose. Absolutely. Look to the
that
drain.
Shit was like what? You be drinking a 40, like what?
Yes.
Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. His music would make you want to go do some shit. You don't even want to do anything, but it made you want to do it.
Oh man, he went off.
Would you like to see East Coast versus West Coast hip hop and rap? Do we like to see that?
I never like beefs. Like obviously, I like beefs in the culture because it's needed and it's good when you keep it behind the mic. But I just think this beef that we have nowadays, like we got so much wannabes, but then yet again we got so much officially gangs in the game right now where like has become some turf war in hip hop, and there is a lot of bodies and a lot of things getting in the way, and maybe not the artist, but and even the artists. I'm not saying maybe, but there's a lot of bodies that people, the family, friends that the artist that's getting put on the line and stuff like that. And why couldn't artists like Pop Smoke, say for instance, take a trip out to California and not have fun? Why did a couple of youngins trying to earn some stripes in the hood that they represent had to go come and end his life? You know what I'm saying? So it's sad, but that's a lot. I hear, and when he R.I.P. Pop, and when he did pass, like you see a lot of comments on social media where he's like, well, he shouldn't have leaked his address. You know what I'm saying? It's like, in what world, like this country is going, and I don't want to get here on this stream, but it's sad, it's super sad. And I don't like this killings and stuff that we have in music, but like when we get some of the best lyrics and hits from beefs, but keep it on the mic, especially in hip hop, it's gotten too violent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, for instance, like back in the day when I was growing up, we would have break battles. Nobody would start fighting, and nobody would start pulling out knives and shit. It was your best moves. Same thing with the rappers nowadays. Back in hip hop, they would have hip hop battles, and there was no fighting and all that shit. And even though it is sad, people take it to a whole other level, and the next thing you know, people are getting killed, and you got younger cats nowadays are getting killed, or younger cats ODing over pills and shit, like all that shit.
You got a rapper, homie, that's going to but he's in Florida. He can't even go to a damn a motorcycle place to get him a motorcycle without people gunning him down and bragging about catching the body. Like, that makes you cool? Like, yeah, I just gunned down X. You know what I'm saying? Flashing his stuff online, like ratting out themselves. Like,
it's sad, and it's sad, and and a lot of it's sad, and a lot of that shit has to do with clout.
It's like, sad.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people want to say, "Hey, look at me, I did this." You know what I mean? I did this. I took this from this cat, even though this cat came from the gutter and he came up and he reached it. He worked hard and reached it. I'm gonna take it from him, and that's a bad thing nowadays. That's a trend that needs to stop, and hopefully it does stop. People should be able to have fun responsibly. If you got a cat rapping against you and he hits a punchline, if it hits a nerve, well, come back with a better one, not just pull out a gun and get mad about it. But I mean, the world we live in, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I've always felt that type of way. It's like in today's rap, if you put any diss out or you're talking about somebody else's people, whatever, you're gonna get smoked. That's how today rap is. It's like you can't go anywhere without somebody knowing who you are already. It's like you could randomly walk to a corner store and somebody sees you, they automatic shoot. They're not gonna talk. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I was watching somebody
the
other day on YouTube, and like, it wasn't even about rap. Like, it was just about statistics in the country and stuff, and about like dangerous jobs or something like that. And rap was on it. They said being a rapper was a dangerous job, and their definition was exactly what Champ said. Like, you have so much enemies that just put a target on your back, and you may not even do it on purpose. You may just do it because maybe the record label's all like, "Yo, why are you just wearing a white tee? Because I want to." Well, you need to put on some chains. You need to sell the image, okay? You have people in your ear 24/7. You're just a guy that just made it, that just wants to spend his money the way he wants to spend his money. But you have all these people in your ear that's trying to tell you what to drive, that's trying to tell you what to wear, that's trying to tell you to maintain the image. Because if you maintain the image, Nike's gonna be calling it an endorsement deal, or so-and-so is gonna be calling it an endorsement deal. You know what I'm saying? So you have all these rappers now. Maybe they don't want to be walking $100 million or $500,000 worth of chains, but guess what? There are people in the air that's telling them maintain the image, right? And then you put a target on your back because now you're walking, right? And you don't know, with this country that we live in, a lot of people's going through rough times. Hypothetically, there's a guy that he has a family at home and they've been starving for weeks. Maybe he wants to go yank off this chain. Maybe he wants to go stab him. But you know what I'm saying? And that's why it was a dangerous job, because it's not only beef, it's just the target they put on their back, just the way they move, carrying, and everybody knows carrying a backpack with a red bag or a blue bag or a black bag full of cash,
Yeah, Zion. You know, crazy for a rapper. You know, your enemies always around in any territory, but some of your own people could be your biggest
Well,
enemy too.
that's the thing, right? It's like you gotta, it's obviously none of us is rappers, and obviously, like, I don't know, I haven't been in the industry, but I bet, there's a lot of mouths you have to feed, and I bet a lot of people get envious. Why did he get this, and
So
why did
it's
he
always
get,
gonna be like that. Shit, it could be your own goddamn
exactly,
family members that see you coming up.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
They'll take your money. They see you making money, they're gonna try to take a piece of your shit.
The
It
guy
doesn't
that
matter.
you didn't, the guy that maybe bought you a sandwich in high school is gonna call you, be like, "Yo, remember that time I bought you a sandwich? See that you made it."
Yeah. Remember that time? Remember that time I lent you $20?
Oh, people come out the woodwork.
Nah, man. Yeah, it's like good versus evil, man, all over again, man. That shit's been dating. Is you see a cat making it, the other cats get jealous because they can't make it, or maybe they don't want to put the work ethic, or maybe they ain't got enough ambition to do it. They get jealous and they want to go and take your shit, and they do it in the most heinous fashion.
They're mad at the world because they think the world owes them shit. The world doesn't owe you shit. The people that made it, right, made it because they took the time to grind. You don't take the time to grind, you're not gonna amount to shit. That's on anything you ever do in life. A lot of people just sit back, think about what they're gonna do, and then don't do anything about it. Like, and then get jealous and say, like, yeah, how come he's doing it? I can do better than him. I can rap better than him. I can do YouTube videos better than him and shit like that. Well, maybe go out there and do it then. Don't just sit and comment. And that's the one thing I hate. And I don't mean to go on a tangent right now, but if you're not gonna leave a nice comment, don't comment at all. Why take the time to dislike a video and a rant and talk shit about a rapper that yo, he's not making the album just for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, obviously,
It's like this. Like okay, for instance, if you take a good look around, in cities. Who owns the majority of the stores? If you take a good look at it, when you walk into a liquor store, when you walk into stores, who's running it? If you take a good look, okay, you got the Arab community, right?
okay.
But they're fucking smart as shit. You know why they're smart as shit? Because they come together, they got families and shit like that. They put their money together and they put it into businesses and they expand. Now, I wish, a lot of us, maybe a small percentage of us Mexicans probably do that shit. But the majority of us, and I hate to say it, I'm not knocking my own race, but I'm Mexican. I'm half Mexican, half Indian. I'm half native. But you know what? A lot of us get greedy. And we're like, nah, fuck that. We want it all. But if you take a good look around, a lot of people, if you look at every single store you go to, the majority you walk in, you're going to see the Arab community running that motherfucker. And that's because they put their money together, they save it, they send the money back to the country, they bring down more of their peoples, and they open up another business, and boom, 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 they start buying out all these businesses, boom, boom, boom. They're expanding. They're fucking smart as fuck.
That is true, man. They
go and that goes with anybody. That goes with anybody though. That goes with anybody. Anybody can do it. It's not just the Arab community. If anybody could do it, we could do it right now. We can combine shit. And we can make some and keep expanding. And that's how it works. If people would actually just put their fucking greed and put their egos aside, then they could build something great. But then you have them cats be like, no, I want to be number one. I want to be the number one. That's the problem. I want
to be the face of this band.
yeah. You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Hey, but Tunes, for me though, I never cared about being rich though. I never cared for that. I don't care about getting all these materials, all these chains, jewelries, all these watches. That does nothing for me. I just like to live a good night, like have a good life and just have a good time. Like, cause a few hours ago I went to the Fan Fest. I just like to live. Cause
no, I feel you, brother. That's how I am, man. Like I really don't care for materialistic shit either, man. I feel you 100%. I just like to live. It's like this. If you look at the word hustle, right away, the first thing that comes to mind, people think hustle dope, hustle for money. I look at it like this. My perception is, why can't you hustle your mind, hustle your body, hustle your soul, bro? Hustle that shit. Yep. And then the money will come later. That's my perception of life.
Because you can't take anything
You know what I mean?
with you when you die. When you die, you're gonna be like, yo,
Yeah,
can I
you
take
can't, because you
boy
ain't gonna
with
take
me?
any of that
Hold up,
materialistic shit later. You ain't
I
taking
forgot
none of
my
that but your soul. You know
PlayStation.
what I'm saying?
I forgot my PlayStation. Can that come too?
Yeah. None of that shit's going with you. None of the jewelry, none of the watches, none of the money's going with you. Just you and your soul, man. All you're taking is your soul, and that's it. At the end of the day.
That's facts, man.
Word, man.
Yeah. But I would love to live in a mansion. That would be a great feeling.
But here's the thing,
Hey, man, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I mean, everybody wants to live a little something, you know what I
it's
mean?
true.
Yeah,
But it all depends, you know what I mean? You know, you align everything, you know what I mean? You align your mind, your body, your soul, and at least you can go out feeling good, you know? At least you can go out saying, hey, at least I did the best I can, and I lived a pretty good life, and at least you're going out, you're going out great. You're going out okay. At least you can't say at the end of the day, when you live your life, I went out egotistical, or I hurt a lot of people on the way. I cut off a lot of people that I shouldn't have cut off. I treated a lot of people like shit before I left this world. At least you could have that on your conscience, and you could sleep better at night knowing that shit. And when you leave this earth, at least you can go knowing that you did not do that. You know what I mean? You live the way you lived. You lived righteous. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
It is.
What up, Raphael?
Sorry, I wasn't feeling good because my throat is because I was drinking water. But Adrian, here's a fun fact about the hip hop music and the rap music of the 90s and of course the 2000s. When I was born in Barquisimeto, Venezuela, there was like independent groups, which is Guerrilla Seca, Vagos and Malientes. There's La Corte was the first hip hop group that ever started with the spark in Venezuela, and people just like they're bringing something new, and they just like, wow, they had amazing lyrics, they had amazing raps, they had the Severias and the hardcore hip hop for the 90s in New York, and they just record all this album, but they just define it about the Latin hip hop. Because not only they took influence for Cypress Hill and Control Machete, but also they just make spark for the hip hop in South America. And then between all these battles right here, there's nothing better than Encyclopedia. Biancucci also, there is MC King, because I just feel that I just interviewed those guys right there about the hip hop battles. But in my point right here, Adrian, it's because I learned about the hip hop culture, and of course, I just made a lot of information, just like a reportage about the influence of the hip hop in Venezuela during the 90s and 2000. It became part of my college works, and that's the real thing, because I just learned that I grew up listening to hip hop and some kind of music when I was a kid. In fact, the first song that gave me into a hip-hop world was Tres Delincuentes by Delinquent Habits, which they had amazing lyrics. They had a hardcore rap, including with mariachi, which from Mexico. And what can I say about it? This is amazing.
Well, that's pretty nice. I never heard that before.
I love the fact that Raphael wanted some culture into that. Absolutely, bro. Mentioning some hip hops from Venezuela, you gotta love world hip hop. I know the
from
UK
Latin America, yes.
Yeah, the UK got some artists as well. So thank you for that, Raphael. I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's for real right there. Hell yeah.
Let's get it.
So, yeah, hip hop and rap is really fun. Who's your favorite song all time? All the rap and hip hop. Just pick one.
You're crazy, Adrian.
One? It has to be one?
Yeah, it has to be one.
Okay, but does it have to be like a specific one, or can it be just like a genre of one?
Can
Just
it be
pick
like
one.
can we name a song that we can put on any time of day and we can just vibe to?
Yeah,
All right,
whatever.
Michael Jackson, We Are the World.
I love that. I love that.
if I'm gonna sum everything up, if I'm gonna sum it all up, Michael Jackson, We Are the World, because he brought everybody together.
I love that.
Heart of the City by Jay-Z.
Oh shit!
Okay.
All right.
What about you, Zion?
Well, I don't even know. A song I can put on anytime.
Zion about to be like, cause I'm an island boy.
Hell no.
Wait, does it have to be 80s and 90s hip hop, or can it be any genre of music?
Yeah, can it be any genre?
Yeah, in general, like 80s, 90s, 2000s, all the hip hop and rap.
Oh my god!
Oh
That would
my
be hard.
God.
Jesus.
Fuck.
No, Michael Jackson, no, because Michael Jackson was
Yeah.
pop, okay?
No,
We're
I
gonna-
know. I was just being funny. I was being funny.
I
cuz,
know,
fuck. I was
because
being
you know
funny,
how
man.
you
I was being funny.
This is probably not my favorite song of all time. This is probably not even in my top 20 favorite songs of all times. But I can listen to this song pretty much any time of day in any emotional state. Satellites by Kevin Gates.
You know, there's one song that I just like it, and it puts me in like every emotions, because that song, it reminds what I stepped to when I goes to the college and everything, and that was the song that I love it for anything about it. So I'm just gonna put I'm gonna put Eminem, The Real Slim Shady,
Okay.
because that's the
All right.
song that I love it.
So okay, so we're talking about a song that we could listen to in any type of situation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, any type of situation.
Mm. Okay.
If I
How to
only
Love by Lil
one
Wayne.
or Tupac is called.
I love that.
Oh my god, in 80s, 90s. Okay, Tupac. It would be for me. It would be a Tupac song, but there's so many I like. I would say fucking.
I'm gonna jump you tunes. Any song.
Damn, I don't know, bro. I can't. Go ahead, brother. I can't call it. I can't call it right now. I'm like,
Why don't you?
I'm gonna put on Thug's Mansion.
ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, a jam that I could listen to however I feel, any situation. It will be "Smile" with Tupac with fucking
I love
what's
that.
the name? Yeah, I would say "Smile" with Tupac.
Not bad.
Smile for me. Yo, that's the shit
Yes.
right there. Won't you just smile for me?
What about you, Logan and Jaden?
That's tough, man. I'll go to Jane first because this is something to think about.
Yeah, I'll let Logan answer first.
Come on, bro.
I get around Tupac.
That's a good
Even
one.
That's a dope shit.
If I go like
That's a good one.
If I go East Coast, I'll probably put on "Song Cry" by Jay-Z.
I would go The Warning for Biggie.
The Warning is good. Juicy from Biggie is good as well.
I have a few songs.
Name 'em.
Like, if I was to name a song for Biggie Smalls, I would go Hypnotize.
Oh yeah.
Hypnotize is good.
I like Kanye West song Through the Wire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The song from Ice Cube, I would play You Know How We Do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
If for JC, I would play. I like that song. This is a public announcement.
Public service announcement.
Ooh, that's
And if it's any Tupac song, obviously that diss when he diss everybody.
Come on.
That's "Hit 'Em Up." That's called "Hit 'Em
Hit
Up."
'em up.
Yeah, hit him up.
I love
What
that
would
song.
your what would your non-song be? If I ruled the world.
Nah, I would go with It Made You Look.
I would
That's-
go
That song never gets old.
one mic.
One mic.
What do you
I like
think?
the jam by Tupac. I like the jam by Tupac. So much pain. They'll never take me alive with my high, with my 4-5.
Yes.
And
So who do you think?
There's so much, man.
Okay, my question is: Who do you think who will win, Vanilla Ice or Eminem? Because they're
Eminem, what?
What are you talking about?
Eminem, hands down. Come on, that's like a mismatch, man.
Collaborate and
Come on.
I gotta tell you
Yo,
something. I
Eminem-
gotta
That's a
tell you something.
mismatch. You can't
Hey,
put Eminem
yo,
against
Adrian.
Vanilla Ice. That's a mismatch.
Yeah, Eminem does
It's-
Vanilla Ice, but his mic checks.
Hey, Adrian,
collaborate and
I
listen.
gotta tell you something. Eminem got more hits than Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice just got only one hit wonder, which is Ice Ice Baby. They had the riff.
Don't disrespect him. He's still
Bro,
getting paid off for that
Vanilla
Hey,
Ice
but I'm
is-
not gonna lie. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I wore his hairdo when he came out because once he made Vanilla Ice, I got my hair bleached and I had the hair rocking for a minute and it
Vanilla
worked. So
Ice isn't a hair.
Hey,
Eminem's
it rocked.
Oh God.
hey, yo, Adrian.
What is that question?
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Wait, what's up,
That,
Jaden?
that could be your final question. Asking like that. Eminem will clearly slaughter him, and I think Vanilla Ice is trash anyway. But go ahead.
Yeah, because he's not there.
One time I used Vanilla Ice in a verses and Zion almost threw up.
What the heck?
No way.
It's
Hey,
funny, yeah.
that took balls, man. That took balls.
If you met a
Yeah,
you
he
guys
really
ever
went
met
for
a
it.
hip hop or rap artist in person in real life? Like
Corday.
You're saying if we could
What do
meet
you mean,
one
like-
rapper in
no,
real
you
life?
ever met a rapper or
Wait,
hip-hop
do they have to be living or?
Cause,
living, like, you know how you met him in person, if they give you your autograph or you met him in person, like you ever
I never met anyone real major,
Mm.
so probably no. I never met
Who
anyone
you-
that
if
you
you
guys
do-
I would
Who
say,
you
I
like
would
to-
say honestly, at this point in time, I didn't meet him personally, but I watched. Well, there's actually I've been on stage with Andre Nicotina. I've been close to Sugar Free. Never get to meet him, but I watched him in Arizona. But if I
Mhm.
said if I wanted to meet a rapper, I would say probably Sugar Free.
I want to meet any rapper. I would meet with J. Cole.
I like that.
If I can meet any rapper, bro, I'm gonna smoke a blunt with Wiz Khalifa.
I thought Zion was gonna say Nicki Minaj.
Yo, me and Wiz, bro, let's get it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Or you know
bro.
what? I would like to. I would honestly, if we're gonna go that route, like smoking some good weed, I would like to go and smoke a few blunts with the Loonies.
The Loonies.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
up.
I was just thinking of like the fun
Wait,
about
Zion.
like we can go smoke with Wiz, and Wiz probably is into.
Yeah, well, I would be
might
like,
tell
I would
us
like to
go
smoke
play
a few.
laser tag and
I would
shit,
like
you
to
know?
smoke a few blunts with the Loonies.
I
I'd be
want
like, yo,
but out of
Crack it.
smoke spots, I'm going with Dog. If you want to get hot like that,
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg's old, bro. He's gonna want to get high and just
come
lie
on,
down, like, bro, like what?
do that.
That man's like a grandpa, bro. He gonna be snoring.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh my
this
God.
is gonna be active,
Oh.
bro. This is gonna be like, yo, you want to go
Here we
race
go.
for Warriors? Snoop is gonna be like, you want to go do a podcast?
all right, who would you like? Who would
I'll
you
be
like
down
to
with
drink? Who would you guys like to drink 40s with? I would like to drink 40s,
Ooh.
kick back, drink some 40s with the East Siders.
Oh, that's nice.
I would like to be all khakied
Ooh,
up with
I'm
my
gonna drink a
Dickies and
40,
shit,
man.
with my Dickies, with my Ben Davis shit on, all creased, and be chilling with them with my fucking, with my fucking my Converse, and be like, yo, let's drink
You
a
know
few
what?
40s.
Honestly, drink a 40 with, because it'll probably be about that life to drink a 40. Is J. Cole. I'll be like, J. Cole, let's go get us a Still Reserve. Probably be like, fuck it, yeah, let's go.
Let's go get us the 211.
Right?
Oh my God.
You know, it's like there's certain rappers like you can go to Jay-Z, you can go to J. Cole at his level of success and be like, you want to go drink 40s? You go tell that to Jay-Z, he'll look at you like, are you fucking serious?
Nah, but Jay-Z right there, Jay-Z, like, he's too much. He thinks he's fucking Mr. fucking. I mean, he's dope and everything, but he's gonna be like, oh no,
Oh
we
my
need to go to a restaurant.
Yeah,
We
that's
need
what
to
I'm
drink
saying,
some
right?
champagne. It's like, but if you want to get on a real level, I would say J. Cole would be like the realest level you
J.
can go.
Cole will
Like,
probably be, yeah. J.
he'll
Cole
probably
or
drink a
Kendrick, right?
40
Kendrick
with
will be
you,
down.
smoke a blunt, and say, hey,
That's
let's go to
right.
McDonald's or some shit. Like, yo, let's
Exactly,
go.
exactly.
Let's
That's
go.
J. Cole's
I'll be
vibe.
like, let's go, nigga. Shit, let's go.
You buying me a chicken sandwich? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, like, let's go. Let's go to Fat Burgers. Why not? Is
Hey,
there a
but-
Fat Burger around here? Fuck.
Hey,
Let's go.
If they
Hey,
say let's
Adrian.
all, if they say let's go to McDonald's, we all going. That's all we all is for.
Like, we
Let's
won't
do
even
it.
be in
Yeah,
a
let's
Bentley.
go.
He'll
Let's
probably
go to
just be
Mickey
like
D's.
a Cadillac DeVille or something. You know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
Jay-Z the kind of guy to order the shit that's not even on the menu.
What are you gonna say, Raphael?
If there ain't no
Yes.
McDonald's, let's go to Taco Bell. Fuck it.
What are you gonna say, Raphael?
No.
All right, let Raphael say. What do you want to say, dude?
Yeah, because I just met 4 rappers. Because first, it was Ice Cube that I met in the big free basketball league. That I was so really nervous that I'm gonna take a picture with him, but I was this close to anybody else. Also, I just met J. Cole at the NBA All-Star Game in Charlotte. That was
Wait, did you meet these rappers or did you see these rappers? Like, did you?
yeah, I
like, shake
just
their
met
hand and
those
stuff?
rappers. I just met those rappers.
Yeah,
I
Raphael.
don't think you met them, but go ahead.
Then
Describe your experience with J. Cole.
yeah, because he's a good person. He's a good person, and of course, I was this close, and well, he gave me like a shout out. Also, I just
Oh,
met
great.
yes, but also I just met DMS in a concert that I gave in Charlotte in 2019 before he passed away. That was the biggest experience that I ever heard in my life because
Is it true?
I
that,
went
like,
because I went the first and only concert for DMS in Charlotte, which is totally amazing. And of course, there's another rapper that I just saw that it was the baby. It was in the airport of Charlotte.
you saw the baby?
That dude fell off, bro.
Hey, did you tell
Yeah.
the baby why is he fine in commercial? No, I'm just joking.
Oh God damn!
But here's a fun fact. It was it was a Valentine's Day, and I just met the baby, and there was a big bodyguard who stand after anybody else,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of security that they say don't say that name because all the fans will go crazy about it. So I just keep my mouth shut. And I didn't take a photo with him because I was working, and
You didn't want to disrupt.
Did you
Yeah.
ask the baby to be your Valentine?
Well, no, I didn't take a photo with him because he was a
Just ignore Logan.
bodyguard.
This man's Zion, bro. Just ignore Zion.
Oh my God!
Continue, Raphael. We're sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, because I didn't want to get into trouble, and I would say hello, and well, that's fine, because like I say, I didn't take a photo with the baby because there is a bodyguard. It will kick my ass totally.
If I was you, I would have just walked up and walked straight to the bodyguard and be like, "Yo, can I get a photo with you, bro?"
Yeah, but
just catch him off guard.
yeah, but there's one bodyguard that doesn't like me. Because he had about to the face. I said, I'm gonna break this
No, but
guy.
imagine that. Imagine like a celebrity standing right there, and you walk straight to the bodyguard and ask for a photo, and you don't even care about the celebrity.
Wow.
That is hilarious.
I would do that.
I'm trying to find a way to make anything funny. That's
So
perfect
Mike-
for a YouTube video, though.
So my question is, who's your top female rapper all time?
Top female rapper?
You mean like top female?
You know what? I'll go.
Female?
I'll go. I think there's a lot of great lyricists out there, like that can actually hold themselves together, like Rhapsody and stuff like that. But I mean, like, could I listen to her all day long?
Primo.
I don't know.
Primo.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about female rappers, but is this still in the 80s and 90s genre?
No, right now or in the 90s.
Is it any genre?
Yeah,
Then you guys might roast me, but like, I mean, like, you guys, I'm not saying you guys, but I'm saying the world like forgets, like, Nicki Minaj on a comeback was nobody to F with, and a come up, and like,
Was she okay? Was Nicki Minaj in the 2000s?
She
I mean,
was
I
in
don't
the
know. I don't know.
2008.
Are we going 80s and 90s only, or are we going?
No, I think we're going like any genre. He said.
Oh, okay. Any genre? Oh, Nicki Minaj is dope.
Yeah.
She was dope.
Yeah. I was gonna take it back to like your Queen Latifahs of the world, but I'm just thinking of a female artist where I can actually listen to the music all day long, and I could listen to her first 2 albums back to back. Like, I can listen to her whole album and put on another her album. Like,
Yo,
Zion.
Zion. Speaking of Queen Latifah, remember Unity? That jam she came out with, Unity, UNITY. Yo, she got down.
Yes.
Dope shit.
Yo, Adrian, to answer your question about female rappers,
Yes.
right now, I would say Young A. But
Yeah, I was
all
gonna say
time,
Young Ma too. I can listen to
yeah,
Young Ma
yeah. But for me,
all
for
day
all
long.
time, is I'm gonna say Lil Kim. For me though,
For you, Lil Kim. For me, I'm gonna go Young Ma and little Nicki, little Nicki Minaj.
Oh no, me.
Young
I
Nicki
would say
Minaj though. I don't like
I would say
President.
from a hip hop, from an underground hip hop, like true hip hop level, I would say MC Light.
Oh
That's
shit.
a good
Okay.
one.
MC Light was just too goddamn good, and it's just
uh,
sad that she didn't make it all the way, but
uh,
she was
another
good.
another female rapper I can name that was underrated, I'll say is Foxy Brown.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, Foxy Brown was fucking badass.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, Guys, before I leave right here, I just wanted to say it. There's I just wanted to share to everybody else because El Capitan Rafael has always supported, but there's one female rapper that I can listen every day, and those bars are really amazing. Have you ever heard of Snow the Product?
Oh, Stone Up
You
Fire.
know, I was
She's
just
pretty
gonna
dope.
fucking mention her fucking name. No joke.
I was
I was gonna mention it.
I was thinking
That's
of
funny.
Snow.
It's just funny that you say that. I was just gonna mention her goddamn name, Raphael. Well, good shit. Yeah, she's pretty dope.
She is.
Yeah, she's really dope.
Yeah, yeah, she's pretty good.
She still has a. She still hasn't really gotten the credit that she deserves, but hopefully she soon will, right, Raphael?
Hey, she's pushing it. She's pushing
She is
it. That's
pushing it.
good.
Exactly.
Good
Yeah.
stuff, Raphael. That was a good one.
Yes, but I'm about to leave right here. But salute to everybody else, and Adrian, thanks for having me. And I hope to see you there next time. And of course, my birthday is gonna be on Tuesday, August 9th. So I hope to see you there. So salute to everybody else.
Happy
All right,
birthday.
Raphael. You have
All
a good
right,
one,
man,
boss.
Raphael.
Bye
Safe
there.
travels,
Yep.
brother.
Hey, yo, Adrian, it was cool if I say the final question.
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, for everybody, for any era, what was your favorite rap group out of all groups y'all listened to throughout the years?
Rap group.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay, I'll go.
Oh, I know for
I
you.
don't.
Let's say
You
calls.
know
I know
what?
for you.
I
You know
was
who's your
gonna say
favorite
Bone
group?
Thugs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bone Thugs, but to be honest with you guys, I have to probably go with Outkast.
That's what I was gonna
Oh
say.
my god, that's fucking hard.
I
Hey,
have Andre 3000 as one of my top 5 rappers of all time, and I just think
I know
Andre
it's Color's
3000,
favorite
and
one.
even Big Boy, was monsters.
I know it's Color's favorite one, Playboy.
Yeah, man, for real. I'm trying to think right now because it's hard for me. Because right now I'm going with I love Outkast. I love the way they stepped outside the box and
Yes.
they were doing their own shit. I love when they did that. But then again, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking back in the day when Bone Thugs came out, the way they rapped, and rhymed and made their shit into a melody.
Boom, boom, boom,
Man,
boom.
yeah,
Boom,
it's kind of
boom,
hard for me
boom.
right now.
Yeah, dude. It's really tired. Not even like it's close to tired to me, honestly, because Bone Thugs like just hit after hit after hit after hit after hit.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go Ghetto Boys.
We're going way back.
I'm going Ghetto Boys. I just want to
Surprised
go
nobody
something different.
mentioned
I was gonna say
yet.
Outkast, but I'm gonna go something different just to split it up.
How about RDBC or Run DBC or something? They're
One
good.
Okay,
DMC.
okay. So we're going. Okay, are we still in the 80s and 90s, Jenner?
I think he said everything. So
Everything.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the best goddamn group who I thought was ahead of their time. I'm not saying the best, but like I think the group that I liked with their beats and shit, RBL Posse, straight up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm gonna replace Bone Thugs and I'm gonna replace Outkast with NWA.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's
They
a good
technically were a
one.
group, and I can listen to any NWA's A song any time of the week. Yeah.
Personally, me, like what I was just listening to, I like the Lokes. You know, you got your Jadakiss, you got your Styles P, and you got
Mhm.
another group I like Dipset due to Cameron, like Jules and Jim Jones.
Okay.
But for my favorite group, I like give me G, give me 50 Cent and Louis Banks.
Isn't it?
It was
Interesting.
G-Unit?
Interesting.
I like Lil Banks because of his punchlines, because I think he's one of the best punches ever.
Well, agree.
Yeah, I like Wu-Tang with Ghostface Killer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I forgot about Wu-Tang.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan, yeah.
Damn.
Redman, Method Man, Ghostface Killer.
UGK.
Oh yeah, I forgot another duo to. I like Havoc and Prodigy. Them two as a duo.
Well, you know
Mm.
what we gotta do too is like behind the scenes, right? Who can't forget the Neptunes,
Oh, the Neptunes were on the whole other level.
right? That's like godly level. Pharrell and the
Oh
boys.
god, when they came out on a whole other fucking level. Mm.
Awesome.
Mm.
Alright.
Mm. I'm trying to think over here. Goddamn, you guys got me thinking way back.
Oh yeah, another rapper who I can mention is State Property. I like that group.
Ooh.
What about
So-
those vatos that sang that group that sang the worst come the worst, the people's come first, that hip hop jam? Who was that?
Mm.
That's a good one.
Dilated peoples. Remember that hip hop group? Dilated Peoples?
I don't think so.
That was back in the day. Those motherfuckers were
Yeah,
wrecking
like-
havoc. They had what is his name? MC Guru or Guru?
Mhm.
Guru was up on that jam. Guru was a shit.
Mhm. Wow.
Man, we are spoiled, man. We have a lot of great groups in hip hop, and we didn't
So
even
many,
get to
there's so many to choose from,
Yeah, we
man.
didn't even get to this generation yet. Like, there's a lot this generation as well.
So
Yo, okay. I'm gonna tell you right now, the greatest, slickest rapper, like the most slickest rapper that ever lived, and he's still living to this day. God rest his soul. Slick Rick, baby. That motherfucker looked like he could. That motherfucker looked like he could rap, and it's like he's not even trying to rap, and it'll still sound good. I'm serious. When he named himself Slick Rick, there's a reason for that.
Better be
Because
fucking slick.
it's like he could be chilling. It's like I picture him eating some chicken wings and just spitting out a rhyme, and you'll be like, "Damn, that sounded good."
Right?
With his accent and everything, like, "Damn, nigga, that shit sounded dope."
Yo,
He's like,
oh,
"Nigga, I'm
stick
just
in
chilling
one
eating some
hand,
chicken
yo,
wings."
Stones, speaking of rappers, I thought the two rappers we never mentioned throughout the whole night. We ain't mentioned Ludacris or Busta Rhymes.
Ludacris
Yo,
has-
Busta Rhymes. I would say over Ludacris, I would be like Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was just fucking dope as fuck. I love Ludacris too. I don't know. I mean, I'm not choosing
I don't
between
know.
them,
For
but
me, I'll take Luda because I listened to more of Luda's music. I didn't really listen to that much of Busta. I listened to Busta. I knew he was, but like at the
I was like,
time,
what you put in the same with the silly yo, silly woman, nigga with the dilly yo.
Y'all remember when
Just throw your hands up in the air. Yo, that shit reminds me when I used to go to the clubs. Busta Rhymes was bumping. That shit was bumping around the club.
Well,
Y'all
you know,
remember-
from early 2000s, artist that we didn't mention is obviously like one of my favorite artists of all time, T.I. Clifford. Can't forget about Clifford, King of the
Yeah,
South.
for real. T.I. was dope. T.I. was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
T.I.
like,
had his own shit going on.
he did, man. He jumped in and he's the king of trap. Like,
Yeah, he came
is
out.
he's the originator of it. I think he's not the originator. Obviously, he put it on the map, and there's a lot of people that did it before him, but he's kind of the one that put it on the map, and he's the only.
Hey, wait a minute.
till date.
Oh, now that I'm
He's
starting
the
to
only
think about
artist
it,
till date, yeah, that I bought every single one of his albums.
yo, Zion, what about Little John? Little John really didn't come out.
and the
Little
Eastside
John,
Boys?
if you think about it, Little John really didn't come out with too much, but with the shit he came out with
Killed it.
was, I would say, was good enough. To
Well,
be
you gotta
honest.
forget, when Lil Jon was come out with a song, like that song would be played like 3-4 times an hour.
Yeah, remember that shit? That
Yeah,
shit
I
be played on the
remember.
radio like
You can
crazy.
walk into any club or go on any radio and they'll play his music, and it was such a party scene.
Yeah.
Turn up for real.
y'all remember
speaking of that, I don't count him as a rapper, but I really want to give credit to like hip hop culture. It doesn't give me credit. I want to give credit to Jermaine Dupri.
Oh,
For the RC
absolutely,
product.
man.
Okay.
And Timberland, like, yeah, that's culture, absolutely.
Since we're on the topic of Jermaine Dupri, I want to give shouts out to Jermaine Dupri for fucking bringing Criss Cross together, because Criss Cross was a shit when I was growing up. Remember Criss Cross?
I don't, but I do. If that makes sense. I know
They
the
made that
name,
one
but
jam. What was it? Was it called that one jam? I don't know if it's called the Players Club or whatever, but Jermaine Dupri was on that track. If you were to look up Chris Cross, you'll see Jermaine Dupri rapping with him.
Yeah, there's a song, you'll be like, y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
Chris Cross.
I'm back, you guys. Sorry, I went to get some water.
Are you good?
Wait, you were saying again?
So my question is, Carlitos, who is your favorite Chicano hip hop and rap?
Chicano?
Yeah, Chicano rap, hip hop and rap.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Wow, that's a hard one, man.
Wait, in terms of what?
The Chicano, like Spanish songs and all that.
I would say honestly, because I met him in real life and everything, kicked it with them, partied with them and everything. MC Magic.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know about Spanish rap like that because I don't know too much of it.
And it's all good.
But in terms of that, can I count Sean Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, not about count, yeah.
I'll just give him a mention.
Do y'all remember when Coolio was good for like 5 minutes? That man had one good song.
Forgot what this song.
Gangsters.
Yeah.
Oh my god, stop.
Hey, but you know he got a big chunk of change for it.
Yep. So did Vanilla Ice for that one song.
Wait. Speaking of bringing artists to the game, I forgot to mention P Diddy. But
Who?
you know what P Diddy? Yeah, one thing about P Diddy though, I already know some people used to say the P Diddy curse. If you sign, you automatically getting killed. I'm like, all right, or you going to jail. I'm like, okay.
So my question is, do you think Baby Bash is a good rapper or not?
Oh, I think Baby Bash. I wouldn't say he's like a great rapper. I would say he's just a good rapper.
Do y'all remember Hobson?
Who?
Hobson?
Hobson.
He was
Jack My Pants guy. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I love that song, bro. I wish I could play the song on stream, but we'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, that dude is a.
We do after Logan. If you guys want to do like after, we can do it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, I'm Adrian. I'll say something for a one hit wonder too.
All right.
Where the fuck is Fetty Wap, bro? That is an example of a one hit wonder. God damn.
Yo, what happened to Designer?
One good song, and I never heard about
Fetty Wap?
Yeah, he's broke now.
Do you remember Designer?
Yeah, remember he only had one good song, and all the money he had was just towards that one good song.
I remember Designer.
Damn.
That dude signed a record deal and never got all of his money back.
Hey, yo, I forgot this rapper. He was a one hit wonder. It was the song called "This Is Why I'm Hot."
Oh my god, where the fuck is that guy?
I don't know, but that song goes
Who is that
crazy.
guy?
I forgot.
I heard about that dude for 2 minutes, and I never.
Hey, who
heard
was that guy? Didn't his name start with a C or some shit like that?
Was that
Yo,
Mips?
but I love that song. "This Is Why I'm Hot." That song goes crazy. All right, I want to name a corny rapper.
Hot Boys?
Yo, Zion, speaking of like, if you're gonna go by the whack artists, I'm gonna go with Young Bird first. You know why? He wears that Transformers chain. That shit gets snapped every
I'm gonna go with Riff Raff.
Oh, what was the who was
every
the guy that
time wears that chain, it always gets snatched by somebody.
did, what happened to the guy that did Black
He needs
Beetle?
to stop wearing that motherfucker. I really need to start doing it.
Hey yo, but Adrian, I'm gonna bounce out. I'm super hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. But I appreciate you having me on, and I'm gonna come on next Friday, talk to all of you amazing people. Appreciate meeting you too as well. It's a pleasure. I love the fact that we got to talk about some hip hop, and just text me the topic for next episode. Subscribe to all these great content creators, man. You get a little bit of everything from everybody.
Orderly, brother.
Absolutely. Bless up, man. You guys all have a great night.
All right,
Stay righteous, brother. Stay righteous.
Absolutely, boss. You guys have a good one.
You too, brother.
Awesome.
Yo, Nate, what was the guy that did Black Beetle? What was his name? That dude fell off.
Oh, Ray. Oh, Ray. Whatever his last name.
Yeah,
is.
Ray Summerd or something. Whatever.
Hey,
his
whatever.
name is.
Hey, whatever happened to Ray Sermon, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that-
yeah, yeah. Bro, that dude.
Wait,
He made one song. Example. One song. Blew
Hey,
up. Never
hey.
seen that guy again.
Yeah, wait. Speaking of female rappers that fell off after one song, I think it's Iggy Azalea. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
She at least had she has at least some good songs. Like there's
If
some.
we're gonna
she's not
talk,
like-
okay, if we're gonna talk about a female group that made a one-hit wonder and fell off. What about remember Conscious Daughters?
Oh,
They made that badass. What is it called? Funky Expedition.
Yeah, funk. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
Funky
about.
Expedition. Funky Expedition. Hey, but that shit bumped good though.
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah, and then that was like the end of it.
What when we say one hit wonders, these dudes made one song, one good ass song, and they
be
just
like, be honest. Can any of y'all name another Coolio song besides "Gangster's Paradise"? I can't personally.
Yeah, Conscious Daughters. They had that beat going. Ding 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 ding.
the producing on that song was amazing.
speaking of one hit,
It sounded dope as fuck though. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. That's what I mean. The
Yeah.
producing was amazing. They,
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit hit your tweeters good.
yo, speaking of one hit wonders, why not Blueface?
Oh, Blueface, bro.
oh, dude,
Who?
don't even talk about that guy.
Who?
that Blueface. the
Exactly.
rapper
Blueface.
He's a today artist that he represents Chris.
Yeah, you don't need to know about
Trash,
it.
bro.
You don't need to know.
Oh
About
no, man.
Bro, I know a girl that could beat him up, bro.
What, his girlfriend with the missing tooth?
Oh my god.
Do you guys
Yeah,
want to end the stream and you can show the music, Logan?
No, it's up to you, man. This is yours.
Yeah.
All right,
you're
I'm gonna
sure.
end it, you guys. So stay around, Colitos, and he's gonna show the music. So if you want to stick around, Colitos.
All right, brother. I'm
All
chilling.
right, so yeah, so we're gonna chill. We're gonna end this.
All right, brother.
All right, so stay
All right,
around.
brother. Nice meeting y'all, man. Word up.
Uh-huh.
Stay righteous.
All right,
Yep.
well, stay stick around, Carlos. We're not gonna end it. We're gonna end
Oh,
it,
we're
but
not?
we're gonna hang out in the background.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna show us the music that he wants to listen to.
All right. Down.
Yeah, so sub to everybody. Hopefully Adrian pays my $10. Stop playing games.
All right, anybody, Logan, Nate.
Subscribe to everyone here. Everyone.
All
Sorry
right.
to everyone. Love to everyone.
It's something to everybody. Stay positive. Accomplish what you want to accomplish.
All right.